Howdy folks, how's it going? It's Des Catties. I'm out in the shed for this one. And what I want to do is I want to talk about a rucksack that I purchased at Christmas. Well, my Mrs. C bought it for me. And it was this. I'm very disappointed. So stay tuned. So, I'm here having I'm having a Kit Kat coffee. Right, really nice. I don't think it really tastes like tastes like coffee. It tastes more like Kit Kat flavoured hot chocolate. But very nice. Okay, let's get down to it. Right, so at Christmas, Mrs. C asked me what I wanted for Christmas, as she always does. She bought me some lovely bits and pieces, but there was something I said to her. I wanted to get a new day sack for work, so I can just put all my stuff in it when I go to work. And she said to me, what are you going to get it for? I said, in the end, I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and I didn't spend a lot of money. Well, £12, it might be a lot of money to some people, but I didn't think it was too bad. I didn't want to start buying more expensive rucksacks and everything else just for something that I'm going to take to work. All right, so I ended up buying this from Temu. All right, now I've had bits from Temu in the past, really simple stuff like a little survival blanket and some of these little expandable cloths and things like that, and they've been okay. All right, but this, I was really disappointed. Now if you're someone that's going to be kind of new to bushcraft and all that kind of stuff, or want to use a particular rucksack or something for the outdoors, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you don't want to buy any surplus kit and stuff like that, you might be one of your port of calls is to go and have a look on Temu. Now I don't want to cane Temu with this. I'm not going to put it in the title or anything else, but I really was annoyed with the quality of this product, and I'll show you. I'll get down to it now. All right, now when I first got it out, when I first unwrapped it at Christmas, even though I kind of knew I was getting it, first thing I'd noticed was the straps. The straps don't stay tight when I've got the rucksack on my back. I mean, I haven't got a lot of stuff in there. It's literally just like a book and a bottle of water and my food and stuff like that. Okay, but also these straps come undone. Now I'm not going to go hiking up a mountain or anything else like that, but for someone that potentially wants to get into bushcraft and the outdoors, and they think, oh, I know what I'll do, I'll go on a particular website such as the one I've mentioned and purchase themselves one of these, they're going to be in for a little bit of a dire situation. Now it got even worse. I went back to work early January, I started using it, these were coming undone. It was little things that were frustrating me. Then I noticed that also all the threads and all that sort of stuff started coming off on the inside, like so. All right, I was not impressed. And then the one that done me the most, and as I say, I don't put a lot of weight in now, is that. And I am not putting much. I've literally, that is torn on its own. Okay, but now I'm obviously applying a bit more pressure, and that just lets you know the quality of some of the products that you could potentially buy from there. Now I know I'm probably teaching some people to suck eggs, and people are probably going to be shouting at their screens going, I told you so, or whatever. But I wanted this just for something for work, as I say. And then obviously someone might potentially buy this, think they can use it for bushcraft or go and climb in Everest. And find that it will malfunction on quite quickly. Now it could be that this is just one product that, you know, unfortunately I've got a bad one in the batch and everything else. But when I started looking at things like the stitching and the straps are not doing up properly and things like that, I actually put that down to quality. And maybe at £12, maybe I'm sort of, you know, expecting more than it should be. But to me, at least have a little bit better in your quality control and then produce something that's going to be a bit more suffice, even if I am just, or if some person is just going to use it for work. Okay, so now this, I'm probably going to take off a few of the bits I'm using for elsewhere, but on the whole, this is going in the bin. I am not going to be bothering with this anymore. I'm not going to be using. In the end, Mrs. C showed me a rucksack by North Face. It was only a little day sack. She said, what about that one? And I wasn't too sure on the colour. I know I'm only using it for work, but I still like me greens and blacks and browns and all that sort of stuff. So in the end, I went with a small rucksack that was pretty reasonably cheap, as it were, from Helicon Tex. I like Helicon Tex's stuff. I could have used the Mystery Ranch pack. I've got a camouflage one, but I ain't going to use that for work. That looks totally out of place. So with that, I've replaced it with the with a Helicon Tex Raccoon 2, I think it is, something like that. Something like it's called. It doesn't matter. That's not for this video. But this, I'm extremely disappointed. As I say, threads. You know, this thing just started falling apart very, very quickly. Unimpressed. I wouldn't recommend it whatsoever. Alright, so there it is, folks. That's it for that video. A little bit of not a rant, but I'm just saying I wouldn't personally recommend this particular type of pack from that particular company. Alright, so I'm not dissing them or anything like that. As I say, I've had other little bits and pieces that have been okay. But if you want, as I say, you want something a bit more, you know, substantial for you know, for maybe bushcraft and stuff like that, then I certainly won't recommend it. All right, so there it is. So if you've had any experience yourself with any packs like this, then obviously leave a comment down below. All right, and if you want to subscribe to the channel and all that, please do so. Hit the notification bell and all that, and I'll see you on the next one, folks. Take care.